How's it going, Math Scholars? Today's topic is how to tell time to 5-minute intervals. And if you haven't already done the 15-minute intervals, I suggest that you go back and review it or go through it for the first time before you come here. So we've already learned how to tell time to 15-minute intervals. We've learned that from here to here is approximately 15 minutes. From 12 to 3 is 15 minutes. And also from 3 to 6 and 6 to 9 and 9 to 12 for a total of an hour, which is 60 minutes. However, not all time is obviously, 7:15, 7:30. Sometimes it's 7:10 or 7:05. How do we tell time on a clock for those times? And that's what we're going to talk about today. How to tell 5-minute intervals. So obviously we're going to be using the minute hand a lot. This minute hand is a long hand. And yeah, let's get started. So if we know that from 12 to 3 is 15 minutes, where are the 5-minute marks? Well, let's take a look. We have 12 to 1 is one chunk of time. 1 to 2 is another chunk of time. And 2 to 3 on the numbers is another chunk of time. So those will look like 3 equally spaced out pieces of time. And if we know the whole thing is 15 minutes, how about let's divide 15 by 3? And we get 5. So what does that mean? That means each of these sections that we divided up is 5 minutes, which means that between any two of the numbers is another 5 minutes. Between here and here is 5 minutes. Between here and here is 5 minutes. Between here and here is 5 minutes. So, if that's true, how do we know what time is currently on this clock? Well, that's pretty easy to see. If we remember that 12 is 0, that means from 0 to 1 is 5 minutes. 1 must stand for 5 minutes. And if from 1 to 2 is another 5 minutes, that must be another 5 minutes. After 5 minutes would be 10 minutes. So it is currently, according to this clock, 10 o'clock plus 10 minutes. It is 10:10. Some of you guys who are thinking, oh, let's try to find a way to easily do this if I'm talking about 5 minutes. And if it's exactly on the minute mark, you can just multiply the number it's pointing at by 5 minutes, and that'll get you 10. This would be 3 times 5 would be 15. 5 times 5 would be 25. 6 times 5 would be 30. Now, this isn't the best way to think about it, but it's a nice, easy shortcut for you to think about it. But the most important thing here to note is that the time between each of these numbers, if we're looking at the minute hand, is 5 minutes. All right, good luck.